Good afternoon, GGO Nation. Aaron and Alex Dorr here with an urgent live update for all members of Georgia gun owners. It has been a crazy day in Atlanta for the governor's state address. You're seeing it all over on Twitter right now. We have a firsthand report to give you guys. We're going to wait for about 10 seconds, let you guys get logged into this feed. You've got to hear what just happened to GGO lead bill sponsor in the Senate, Senator Colton Moore. I see the audience begin to come in. Guys, give me a thumbs up on the audio if you can hear me okay. Moments ago, State Senator Colton Moore was arrested by Georgia State Patrol in the state capitol, arrested, and he's now currently being booked downtown. Alex, you were there all day today for the opening of the governor's speech today. Give us a firsthand report. What happened this morning?
And again, it was a firsthand report. I saw it with my own eyes. Senator Colton Moore was trying to follow his obligation as a state senator. The House passed Resolution 4 just on Monday that required all state senators to participate in the state legislature to come to the House, to sit there for the state of the state. Senator Moore tried to enter the House chambers and was refused entry by the Sergeant at Arms and the Georgia State Patrol at the orders of the Speaker of the House, John Burns. He was assaulted. Some have already tried to use the word manhandled. He was assaulted. He was thrown to the ground. He was forced out of the room, and then they put his arms behind his back, they slapped cuffs on him, and they perp walked him through the entire building, past all the radical left and everybody else, and down the stairs and out the basement into a squad car to bring him here to the building right behind me to book him.
Let's get the context straight here. Let's just be clear. This is the same Colton Moore who came to Donald Trump's aid for the last 2 years. This is the same Colton Moore who won his re-election in November with a slim margin of 78.9%. This is the same Colton Moore who was Trump's biggest ally in the entire state. And he is right now, if I hear you correctly, Alex, he is right now in the same jail where Donald Trump was booked in August of 23. Is that correct?
100% accurate. I talked to one of the chiefs just a minute ago inside the jail, and she oversaw the booking of Donald Trump, and she confirmed this is the exact same building, the exact same process, and he'll have the same photos as our president, Donald Trump, had.
If anybody's been wondering why GGO has to fight like dogs to pass gun bills in Atlanta, this is the reason why. Because we have pricks like John Burns who are actively trying to do more to aid the left than they will help fight for conservative issues like the Second Amendment. Colton Moore is the finest definition of a pro-gun, patriotic, conservative Georgian in the entire legislature right now, and he is the one in prison. Not Fannie Willis, not the radical left who shoots up, murders, and robs our cities, our streets, and our towns. Colton Moore is in jail right now. This is unacceptable behavior. So for those who are asking about why, how, what this is all about, I'll give you a quick one-paragraph summary, 2 paragraphs. When David Ralston, former Speaker of the House, died about 2 years ago, he was one of the most corrupt and long-serving speakers of the House in recent memory. The House went to go and lionize him. Alex, did he not lie in state in the Capitol for quite some time?
He lied in state in the Capitol for days, but then last year they basically had a litmus test. Who's loyal? Come and bow to the monument of David Ralston on the anniversary of his birthday or something.
Right. So Colton Moore gets up on the floor and says, hey, let's just not forget how terrible he actually was on conservative principles. And for that, John Burns, Speaker of the House, banned him from attending any events on the House floor. But today is a joint session of the Senate and the House, and John Burns does not have the authority to do what he actually just did. Alex, so you're right now outside the jail. What are you hearing? Is he going to be released immediately? Are they going to hold him? Is there going to be bail requirements? What's going on right now?
The information is little, sparse, almost none, but we are told at a minimum it'll be 4 hours before they get him through the back of the jail where the State Patrol is dropping him off and booked, and then he'll be able to come and talk to his attorneys. So at least 4 hours. As to bond and whatnot, we don't know.
So you have been
unlikely,
inside the
but possible.
You were inside though today in the jail a little bit ago, offering to have GGO members and frankly, you and I and our brothers post Colton Moore's bail. Do we know right now if there's going to be? They're not going to hold him with a bail requirement. Are they, or do we know yet?
We don't know yet, but it is possible that they would hold him for a bond. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I've been in the jail. I have the memories to prove it. Or that place stinks. But I have been in the jail, and I have offered to the chief that I was talking to and to the officer that we are there to pay the bail, to pay the bond, to get Senator Colton Moore out of this jail for trying to do his job.
Guys, a lot of folks have asked us on Twitter in the last, literally 3 minutes where they can donate to Colton Moore. We're going to figure that out. The ethics rules right now here in Georgia require these guys to not allow themselves to receive donations during the session. But we're going to figure out how else we can help Senator Colton Moore, maybe establish a quick legal fund. We're going to give you guys an answer to that question. For right now today, if you want to contact Speaker John Burns and tell him what you think about him having Colton Moore arrested, his office number is 404-656-5020. Again, John Burns, 404-656-5020. But let's not forget Chuck Efstration, the House Majority Leader, who was right there enabling all of this to happen. In fact, our sources tell us that he was the one who was really pushing to make sure that Colton Moore was dragged out of the chamber today in handcuffs. His phone number is 404-656-5052. These are their office numbers, and I'll just say this. There are certain phone numbers we cannot release on Facebook, or else we'll have our platforms shut down. But we may or may not be able to release additional contact information on our X account for GGO here later on this morning. Alex, anything else? What's the great, you got press there right now? What's the situation around you right now?
Well, the press is showing up. The Rubberneckers are showing up. Yes, that's great. But do you know who's not here? I haven't seen a single member of the Georgia legislature here.
Yeah.
Nobody else has come down here to check on their fellow senator or their former colleague from the House. No one is down here checking on Colton and what can be done. But yes, the press is showing up. We got kicked off the curb, told to go back into the boonies to talk to you guys about this. But as it stands, cars are rolling up like crazy. Even the press helicopters have been buzzing over top.
Maybe they'll actually push some of the murderers and the crazy, deranged homeless folks who usually camp out around that entire complex back a few blocks to make it look like it's a clean jail today. I just can't get past the irony. The exact same jail where President Donald J. Trump was booked just a couple 15, 18 months ago, whatever it's been, is now where his biggest defender here in Georgia, Senator Colton Moore, is currently incarcerated and being processed like a common criminal. Everyone knows that criminals run wild in downtown Atlanta. Hell, you and I can hardly even walk from the parking garage by the Capitol into the building anymore. We almost take an Uber for what would be a 3 or 4 minute walk because there are so many dangerous people camped out on the grounds that, wearing a suit and tie and being unarmed because our Capitol is a gun-free zone. We can't even walk in the damn building with a gun. That's how rough downtown is. None of those people are in jail. None of those people are held. They're not prosecuted, or at least not nearly as hard as they should be. But the most ferocious champion for the Second Amendment and freedom here in Georgia, Senator Colton Moore, is currently in jail. Guys, this is a damn shame. Again, John Burns' office, 404-656-5020. Leader Chuck Efstration's office, 404-656-5052. Guys, this is all over GGO's X account. Videos that you shot, Alex, on your phone. I shot them
myself.
There's photographs, a lot of information there. Get online, get on social media, get loud and defend Colton Moore. He has nobody else on the inside who will champion for him. We the people have to do it on the outside. Guys, we'll have more information later on today. Alex is going to be stuck there for the way it sounds up to 4 hours. I'm sure you're enjoying that time.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have more information as we can throughout the day. Guys, get loud, take action, make your calls. We'll keep you informed.